We are joined by our brand new Prime Minister, Vicky Pattison, the host of Love Bombed on BBC Sounds, and she's also just come back from the Arctic for comic relief, and the host of Heart Drive Time in the North East. Congratulations on your victory. Are you shocked?
All I can think about is when Ali G became Prime Minister. And I just, I feel like that is the only thing I can like in what's about to happen too.
Look, and I guess, Donald Trump started on a reality show. You started on a reality show. It does make sense.
Yeah. Stranger
He's
things.
orange. You have been quite orange in your life. I've seen a few TV shows where, especially those early Geordie Shore days.
I was radioactive, wasn't I? That was my biggest regret. No, actually, that's not true.
Because obviously, we've got some experience at the moment with budgeting, because you're doing a wedding.
I am.
And how's your budgeting for that going?
Oh, it's so I am not good at being fiscally responsible at all.
Okay, so that's not going to be great then.
No, I would need somebody for that.
Who would you have then? Who's fiscally responsible? Martin Lewis?
Oh, he seems nice, doesn't he?
Martin Lewis should be in politics, really,
I
shouldn't
think
he?
it's only a matter of time, presumably.
Martin Lewis doing your money then, because you are not good with money.
Yeah, and I think me and him would get on really well.
Do you reckon?
Well, because
have you met him?
No, nah. But I love him on This Morning. And anything he'd tell us, I'd be like, great idea, mate. And I think that's really important in politics from what I've seen, is people like it when you're like, that was a really good idea.
Maybe we should hire someone just to blow smoke up your arse the entire time.
No, honestly, I'm not. I don't need to be pandered to. I'd rather have somebody telling us the truth. When I came out the jungle, me mum, I don't know what I was expecting, but I'd been in London for 2 weeks doing every TV show and it's basically just like a promo trail. And I was having a lovely time and everybody was telling us how great I was and all that because that's what they do. And I got home to Newcastle and I was expecting some sort of fanfare, I think. And I opened the door and I was like, I'm home. And my mum was like, Vicky, is that you? And I was like, yeah. She was like, the dishwasher's to empty. I'll be down in a second. And that was it.
Great.
That was it. And I always remember that and always sort of think to myself, do you know what, actually, Mum, I love you for that because the trajectory I was on, I could have been a real arsehole.
Yeah.
But she reined it in.
Delayed it a little bit.
Yeah. So can we have someone to do that?
Who would you want to? Do you want your mum?
My mum.
Great. So that's good. We can build your cabinet out a little bit as well. Because you've got, Pete Wicks would be good in your cabinet.
What would he be good? Because the only cabinet I know he could be good in is a drinks one. What could Pete do? No, what could he do? Because I would love him to do something.
Yeah, he could be your spokesperson. Would he be good at that, going out and sort of geeing you up?
Yeah, because he is so handsome. And honestly, sometimes I don't think it matters what he does. Women are just like, oh, it's okay. You know what I mean?
So you just want him to go and soften the blow. You do an awful policy, but he delivers it.
Yeah, I think he would schmooze anybody. He could schmooze anyone.
Yeah?
Couldn't he?
Maybe that's what Liz Truss needed.
Yeah.
Pete Wicks.
Needed God her. So Pete Wicks, I would definitely have him as my cabinet schmoozer. Is that the title? You know the proper title.
I mean, do we want to sort of minister without portfolio? We can put them out there as sort of your main...
On Good Morning Britain, things like that, just having a great time.
We'd have Susanna Reid and Laura Tobin swooning, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, let's move on to some positions in departments. We can set up a brand new department for you. Anything that you want. What do you fancy? What do you think is missing at the moment that we need to sort out?
Oh God, it all just feels like it's a bit shite at the minute, doesn't it?
You can't do any worse.
Yes. Well, okay, what's really crap at the minute? I feel like nobody is being held accountable for just being a bit shit.
Okay, so you just want a department of being a bit shit.
Well, I just want somebody to be like, do you know what? It's probably me mum's job to just go around and point at people and be like, what you did today was so shit.
Do you think that would help government if there was just someone going, was that enough?
Yeah. Why are they not being held accountable? I just want someone to go in there who's not one of their pals and actually say, terrible from you.
Okay,
today.
and do we get this policy announced by Pete Wicks that you don't want anyone's pals to be working for them?
Yeah. Because nobody's going to be mad at Pete Wicks.
But he is your pal.
Oh, yeah. No, but I'm in charge.
Yeah. Well, that's what they think, though, don't they?
But do you want to delegate it to someone who, like your mum, who's going to go around to... Because your mum's not going to be a outwardly facing role. She's internal to you. She's doing your job for you. She's not got ambitions
She's your
of her
Alistair
own.
Campbell. She's your Rottweiler on a leash. Would she be angry at people, or is she a gentle touch?
With anger or disappointment?
Both. Carol has a deep and dangerous repertoire.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, God, I was absolutely terrified of her growing up. I remember her shouting at us once with one of them, what's the things that you put paint on the wall with? A roller thing.
Yeah, paint roller.
Aye, that'll be it. I remember shouting at us with one of them and I was fucking terrified I was going to get
Was there
rollered.
paint on it?
Yeah. I thought I was going to get fully rollered.
Really?
I did not. in the
Okay,
end.
cool. So your mum walking around with a paint roller, put that
like
down.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's fine. Well, that's your brand new. So the Department of Not Being So Shit,
Yes, yeah.
just to make everyone do their jobs, because people don't really do their jobs in any walk of life, do they?
It's essentially a bit like quality control. Like, I just think at the moment, they're being allowed to get away with far too much. And if Carol was there with that paint roller, they'd sharp fix up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you went to Parliament recently, right?
I've been a couple of times, you know.
Have you?
Yeah.
How was
What-
it?
As expected. Cold and big. It was really cold. I was cold both times. First time I went to talk about the fact that they've cut funding for the children of alcoholics, which is something very close to my heart. And the second time I went to talk about the complete lack of awareness and understanding surrounding female reproductive health.
Quite serious stuff.
Yeah, you would never would have thought it, would you?
What did you feel like it was like there? Did you feel like things were getting done when you were sat in these committees? Was it committees you saw?
Yeah, I sat in committees, yeah. And actually I felt like they were actually quite sympathetic. And also but then I don't know, you can tell me this, man on the inside. Are they just paying me lip service? Are they genuinely we should do something?
The select committees do very detailed reports and stuff. So, for example, the one that's going on as we're currently airing is the post office. The hauling people in front of the select committee and hauling people. You've had it with so many different scandals of just getting to the bottom of stuff. I think it's one of the really good things we have where it's quite unique in our parliament where you do get people just summoning anybody of who,
Were you
no matter
summoned
who.
then?
I think I was more invited.
Okay, fine.
Summoned
'Cause
is
there's-
something Carol would do.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's other people who give evidence like you did about a specific policy area, but then there's the other power of scrutinising people. Like, for example, a few years ago, the bosses of P&O Ferries, when it went bust, then got an absolute grilling by the select committee there. Yeah.
It's very like Roman gladiator vibes, isn't it?
Yeah. Were you intimidated there then?
The first time I was super nervous. I had to talk really personally about my experiences, with me dad, and children of alcoholics are more likely to be addicts themselves. They are more likely to self-harm. They are more likely to be in trouble with the police, to have eating disorders, ultimately to commit suicide, right? And all of these facts are there. The statistics are, and the current government has taken away the funding that charities like NACOA rely on to support these kids who are falling through the cracks. And I felt super emotional about what I was saying. And I think ultimately that led me to be really nervous. And when you've got such a personal sort of relationship to what you're saying, I think when it resonates, you're just a bit more invested. So I was super invested and super nervous. And the second time I was with Naga Munchetti from BBC Breakfast, who was just a complete powerhouse. If we can get her in the cabinet, she'd be
What do you want her to do?
fuck knows, mate. She could do anything.
Okay, cool.
She could do
Naga.
anything. Well, she could be my secretary for health.
Yeah.
Because she was advocating for female health.
Okay,
She was.
cool. Naga for health.
Oh my God, yeah, Naga for health would be great.
Lovely.
I would not cross her and my mum. I'm fucking scared of me.
So basically, your cabinet is just terrifying women.
Oh God, what's not to love?
I think that would be a good idea. Just really scary, no nonsense women.
Oh God, honestly, would have the country in shape in no time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your mum, Naga. Who else do you want to put in then? Let's think about this.
Who is fucking terrifying? Could we have someone from the Lionesses? Oh, Mary Earps.
Yeah.
You're going to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mary Earps.
Mary Earps from the Lionesses.
Or Jill Scott. I'm kind of torn because she's from the northeast, but I think Mary Earps is kind of scary.
Yeah, I mean, not too many Geordies, okay?
Yeah, okay.
We don't want to be too scary.
No, exactly.
For a foreign dignitary visiting, you just come in and it's a load of Geordies in cabinet.
Also, if they've spent ages learning English and we Greek, I always feel really bad.
Be like, oh my God, is this cabinet? No, this is a Yates's. Let's move you on. Lovely stuff. Well, actually, talking about Mary Up, so she could be health. Yeah, she's sport, right?
Well,
She's health.
Yeah.
DCMS then.
Yeah. Well, no, I was thinking health just because obviously you're on a health kick at the moment. You're running a half marathon.
I am.
When we first met, you were not a healthy person.
No, I was not. I was having a really nice time.
Yeah. Whereas now you're bored and healthy.
Oh, being healthy is really boring, but like I don't know, something happens when you get like mid-30s, doesn't it? And that's
I'm not
where,
there yet, mate.
Are you not?
So
What are you?
32.
You.
It's not mid.
How long have you been 32 for?
Shut the up. Less long than Russell Kane, all right? So it doesn't
Fair
matter.
enough.
So Mary Earps for Health Minister.
Yeah, Mary Earps. But then where does that leave Naga?
Well, yeah, fair enough, actually. So Naga for Health Minister. Let's talk about health, though, because you are quite healthy at the moment.
I am,
You're doing a
babes.
half marathon.
Yep.
You've just been to the Arctic.
I have.
How was that?
Cold.
Really? Okay, interesting.
It was exactly as advertised,
Who
man.
did you go with?
So it was me. This could be good for my cabinet.
Go on, then.
Okay, so it was me, Sarah Davies.
From Dragon's Den?
Yes.
Business.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Business
Or trade.
Minister. Business,
Yeah.
trade.
She's got to be something. And also, she's from
Did you pitch your business to her?
I did.
Is she from the Northeast?
Teesside.
No, I mean, you less Northeast people.
I see what I'm doing. You can't tell me what to do.
No, I can't. You're in charge. We're just your advisors.
Oh, you can see how quickly you get into
Exactly.
it, can't you?
Yeah, that was quite scary,
I would
actually.
be such a asshole if I really was in charge. So Sarah Davies was incredible out there, and so was Alex Scott, to be fair, and Laura Whitmore.
Yeah.
Like they were just a lovely crowd. But it was really cold, like -20 some days. And I don't know, like skiing's never been my strong suit. I think it's incredibly middle class or upper class, and I am not what you described.
Yeah, but also, like, skiing on the flat it's not as...
It's not the same.
No. There's no après in the Arctic, is there?
No, there was not. There was none at all. I was fuming. I would have killed for us. Aperol Spritz. Absolutely shite.
So with your health things, you're on a health kick. What do we need to do for health then? What should we do? You know, what do people need to be doing more of to stay healthy as a country?
Oh, God, this is so difficult. Right, okay, so...
I'm guessing, have you got a DVD? Have you got a workout DVD?
I have got to work out
So
DVD.
every household has to legally buy that.
Compulsory in
yeah.
schools, you know.
7 Day Slim with Vicky Pattison.
Is that what it is?
It was the #1 selling fitness DVD. It beat Minions.
Minions isn't a fitness DVD, though.
No, but it was...
It was the
beat
number one.
everything.
Oh, right. I thought you
Beat
said
everything.
Minions was a fitness DVD.
Can you imagine? No, it beat everything that year, like fucking Davina. Not that I don't love Davina. I'd have her in my cabinet. But then we're getting more healthy people. It's silly. We need to move past this.
So everyone has 7 Day Slim in their house.
Everyone has 7 Day Slim. Also, as well, like
Do you still work out to your workout DVD?
absolutely not.
Okay,
No.
Does Joe Wicks get banished then?
Yeah, fuck that curly head. Fuck off. I've seen enough of his pubes to last me a lifetime. Do you not remember the puby picture?
No.
Oh, Matt, where have you been?
I,
Get the puby picture. Up
my
there.
problem with Joe
Google
Wicks is
Joe Wicks'
so
pubes.
This is gonna
my
fuck up my
girlfriend does
search
Joe
history.
Wicks. My girlfriend does Joe Wicks every day.
fucking hell,
Every
yeah.
day. But the problem is I've done a few with her, and he's always like, God, this is hard, isn't it? And I go, you shouldn't be saying that. You're
There you
jacked.
go, Joe Wicks' pubes.
Oh my God.
He's ripped though, fair play.
Yeah, of course
Yeah.
he's ripped. It's
Yeah.
his job.
Well, you know.
Honestly, him and his family.
PE is his job.
PE. Him and his family are pretty perfect. I'm just being.
They
a
are.
bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think within health, we need to make feminine hygiene products completely free
Okay.
for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's super important.
Tampons, pads,
All of them.
cups, moon cups.
Yeah. Whatever floats your boat, babes. Period pants.
I wouldn't want to
cups,
float a boat
tampons.
in it,
Yeah,
but-
well, they're making them really durable these days.
The
You
Red
could-
Sea, I suppose, but never mind.
So yeah, that's an important one, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Are there other countries that do that, Lauren?
I shall
Is
there
find
anywhere
out.
else?
I think Scotland does it.
That's free, yeah, for free. I think free tampons in certain
Good for
places.
nosebleeds as well, a tampon.
Yeah, I learned that from She's the Man with Amanda Bynes.
Also, the SAS and the Marines carry around tampons with them because it's something very easy to start a
they're
fire
all
with in
big
the wild.
fans.
Whoa, you can start a fire with a tampon?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, because it's very flammable.
How dry are those pussies?
No, they. I just think hygiene poverty is a big thing. Let's stop that. Can we stop that?
Yeah, we can do whatever. We can do whatever you want.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's what we're here for. It's nice that you've come in with a really good one as well, a serious one.
Gotta be free feminine hygiene, mate. There's lasses like can't go to school some days, man, because they've not got enough money to buy their tampons, so they're missing out on their education. How am I going to have stocking it full of bad bitches if they can't go to school because they've got their period.
It's true, and I do like that you're very big on being honest about periods as well online.
Erkan is absolutely sick to death of me talking about my periods.
But you know what? It's just nice. I go, oh, not pregnant again. She's on Instagram talking about her period.
Yeah, I'm always just whinging.
But it's been an embarrassing thing for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Talking about it, and people like you going, so maybe as a policy, everyone has to legally talk about their period.
I think. Oh my God, I've got a good one.
Go on.
All men have to be hooked up to that period simulator machine anytime they whinge about a woman being on their period.
Oh, yes.
I hooked Erkan up to it once, right? And he had the cheek to tell me that's not what you go through. He was like, it's too hard, it's too hard.
Mansplained periods to you.
Did he? Yeah.
Cheeky
And so I
prick.
just fucking whacked it out of the
Did
way
you?
up. Yeah, and watched him burn.
But you were right. Scotland was the first country to offer
In the
free
world?
periods on a national scale. The others include New Zealand and Kenya, who distributed free of charge in public schools.
I'll tell you why New Zealand did it. Jacinda Ardern, fucking weapon.
Yeah, she's great.
Isn't she?
Yeah.
I just took a step back from our mental health.
You look a bit like her, actually.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yes, I could have tackled COVID as well.
Have you done the machine?
Yeah.
Is it the same?
Yeah, so you basically stick these little pads around the abdominal area where women experience their cramps, and it simulates
And
them.
it's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah, it's very similar.
I don't even think we want to do men if they complain. All men have to go through that.
Yeah.
Like being tasered in the police.
So I read somewhere that women actually, more often than not, don't know that they're having heart attacks because the pain is the same as intense period cramps.
Really?
Yeah.
I've had a few nights out like that when I've lay in bed 3 a.m. thinking, I think I'm having a period.
But then this is it.
True story. My dad's partner thought he was having a heart attack and he was having indigestion.
Really? But it is quite a similar sort of thing,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, so every man must experience the period pain.
And also, I guess what we could do is do the cabinet 3 weeks on and a week off, because once you've all been in a room together so much, you'll all sync up, and then you can have a week for your periods.
Let's all have Shark Week off.
Yeah.
What
Shark
a
Week.
buzz.
It's the same, isn't it? A lot of blood.
Yeah. Shark Week. Okay, so and we can we'll all get together and watch Bridget Jones.
So wait, are we saying Shark Week? Wait, I just need to go back a second. Is Shark Week going to be a national holiday?
Shark Week for everybody. And then if we all sync up, all the ladies will just be
Wait, sorry. Are you saying that you're calling periods Shark Week?
Yes. Periods on Shark Week. Periods on Shark Week, and everyone has them off. Do you know in Iceland they do this day where women all walk out once a year in protest of the fact that they don't receive equal pay to men, and it's the most powerful thing I've ever seen. Imagine if we just everything off for 1 week of the month and let men just do it on their own. I would be buzzing.
Yeah, okay, cool. So that's it, right? 1
How are
week
you going
off
to
a
do
month.
that if you're PM, though? Are you just going to delegate it to the nearest man? Would you trust the nearest man to be able to deal with it?
Pete Wicks?
I'm not even Pete Wicks in charge. Fuck no. No, you forget, when women reach a certain age, they do not have periods anymore.
Right, so you just need a couple of postmenopausal
So
ministers.
my ma will just step in when I'm having me
To be fair, yeah, that's all.
And then eventually you'll be a postmenopausal prime minister, which will, then you can just be
Exactly.
nice and chill and do every day.
Yeah, I'll just have loads of HRT.
Or, or look, just get a few people in the cabinet with the coil.
Yeah. They'll be absolute weapons if you're man enough to take the coil. Jesus Christ.
Sam's just had it put in.
She's okay.
Yeah, she's fine. It wasn't a great day, though.
No, it was not. They were trying to get me to get it today because my periods are awful.
What the doctor was?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, absolutely not. There's just no way I'm having you rooting around in my uterus. What the
I mean, mate, I've seen people do it on telly to you, so that's not like...
Yeah, but there was not a sharp, stabby object involved.
Well, apparently I heard a few things about it. The parsnip.
The parsnip.
Great. So 1 week off a month for periods. Every single man in the country has to be hooked up to the period machine.
Yes.
And it'll get a lot more sympathy from people.
It'll drive empathy and
Shall we do it as like sex ed? So
Yes.
sixth form, every boy has got to go through this.
yes, because honestly, the fucking putting a condom on a cucumber thing is false expectations.
Yeah.
And also, all sixth form boys are wankers. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least some grounding would be probably necessary.
Putting a condom, they did it on a cucumber in your school.
What did yours do it on?
Oh, God, we did it on like a potato.
Did you? That's a weird shape.
Yeah, well, there's a power station in our town. We're all deformed.
Yeah, we did it on a cucumber, and then I've never seen a cucumber shaped or sized knob ever. So
No.
it's just really unfair.
They're more like overgrown mushrooms, aren't they?
Maybe it's aubergine, but smaller.
I was going to say, very girthy aubergine. He's
Erkan's girthy in general, though. Like, do you not think? Look at him. Like he's
a girthy man.
He's a girthy man. Like,
I imagine he
I'm
has
not
to shave the top of his penis as well. He's a hairy man.
Oh my god! Honestly, so much hair.
Between that and 2 dogs in your house, it must be a nightmare.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. And I'm so smooth, you know. I am like naturally
Dolphin-y.
very hairless. Yeah, like a seal, mate. Yeah, I'm great. And then he's just everywhere I go. There's just hair everywhere in all the sinks. Stubble.
Do you think men should have to shave their bodies then? Is it annoying, or do you think they should just let it grow?
No, I have no strong feelings about male body hair.
Either way.
Nah.
Okay, fine.
It is what it is.
Okay, cool. We won't do anything about it then.
Yeah, we can leave that.
Okay.
I'm not going to be like, whoa, I don't want people to think I'm like crazy.
No. No one thinks you're crazy.
Do they not?
No.
Of course not.
I feel like I'm getting paranoid about all my power.
But that's good because it keeps yourself in check.
It does, keeps me grounded.
So we're going to move on now to education. We've talked about sixth formers very briefly.
Yeah.
What should we do in education? Let's talk about your education to begin with.
I don't know whether this will shock people or people will be like, oh yeah, I can sort of say that, but I was like total swot in school. Absolutely adored all my subjects, loved learning, was really passionate about it all until I got to about like 15 and I discovered boys and booze, and I also got me boobs. The B's really done me dirty. And I think that sort of was my unravelling. So could we just cram education all before
Puberty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think, me, it's hard enough, isn't it? Like, you sweat all the time, you get spots, like, your boobs are sore if you're a girl, you get random stiffies if you're a boy. Gross.
The random stiffies, thank you for bringing it up. They're such a nightmare.
Oh, I can imagine they're horrendous, mate. Like, in terms of the way things have been divvied up about, like, hardships in life, I absolutely believe that women have got the most. Like, it's such a punch in the dick, all the things we have to go through. However, I do feel fears on, I think, like 3 occasions in life. Number 1, actually maybe 4. Number 1, I feel sorry for men because of stiffies, random stiffies.
Yeah.
Horrible. Like, to just not
I
have
just
control.
don't get them randomly. Like, a stiffy is now a pleasant surprise. Now I'm in my 30s. Do you know what I mean? Like, if one happens, like, you know, like you're stiff all the time when you're a teenager.
Yeah.
Now you have to go, well, fingers crossed I get stiff during this bit before we have to get down to the main business. You know, like I don't sit on the tube now and go, well, I've got stiffy.
No,
I've got to bring my laptop case here.
Whereas as a teenager, I was forever flipping my boner into my belt.
Oh, and I just feel so sorry.
Yeah.
Because that can't be nice either.
And you're just paranoid, and it's like, and also like you just can't think about anything else.
Apart from your stiffy.
Yeah, like you're so aware of it.
Did you have techniques to sort of get it to go down?
And wet dreams as well.
Oh, that's my second one. Wet dreams are my second one where I feel really sorry for men. And honestly, it actually leads back to me because Erkan is one of 4 boys and they're all big, strong, Turkish fellas, right? So I've already accepted that I'm going to have boys. For like, I don't know how the biology works, but I feel like I'm probably going to have boys. And the thought that one day I'm going to walk into my son's room and have to crack his bedsheet makes me sick. Like, it makes me sick. So I'm not.
You know what else is a problem as well?
The wank sock.
No, that's not what I was going to say.
Because I don't look forward to that either.
The teenage boy smell of a bedroom. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like all of a
Sweat
sudden,
and
it's
Lynx
like
Africa.
overnight.
And farts and kebabs.
But overnight one day, like your bedroom doesn't smell anymore. Whereas you become a man.
And you get that like musky, oody smell. Sandalwood.
No, because we're not all Turkish. Turkish men might have an oody smell.
Oh, Irk smells so great now.
Does he?
Yeah, but I can imagine when he's 15.
Yeah, teenage boys, like, oh my God. Like, until you're about your early 20s, you just smell at night. Oh, room stinks.
Disgusting. That's because of all your dirty thoughts. My little pervs.
But yes, the wank sock as well is a...
Awful.
I don't think I had a wank sock. Did you have a wank sock?
No, tissues only.
Ooh.
Tissues.
Leave it. I'm not a leaving it for someone to discover. Why were they?
There we go.
Yeah, no.
The liberal elite.
Such a gentleman. So the two. And then what's another one? I feel sorry for you because you have to ask people to marry you. Like, you have to ask girls to marry you.
Why does that make you feel sorry?
Just really embarrassing. I've had it happen to me 3 times. And every time a man has done it, they've been so sweaty and I've just been so embarrassed for them. Even when I didn't want to say yes, I said yes.
I remember that one.
Yeah, you remember that one?
I do remember that one.
We all remember that one. So
You left me alone with him for 2 hours while you got your nails done.
I'm really... Oh, no.
In Australia?
It wasn't him.
Oh, really? Okay, that one.
But, I mean, neither of them were good. You should have said something, really. This is on you.
Yeah, it's, I mean, you know, because look, you're a sharp cookie, right? You're a clever girl. You've always been sharp. And I sat with him for 2 hours and I thought, well, this is just vibes. There's not a thought in that head.
No.
What are they going to talk about for the next 100 years of their life?
Oh, well, luckily for me, it didn't last that long.
No, thank God. Thank God he was a dirtbag.
Yeah, well in. Yeah.
Live and learn.
You do, mate. And I picked a lovely one third time looking.
Lovely boy.
Yeah.
Really lovely boy.
So, yeah,
okay,
so
cool.
that's the third time
So
I feel
all
sorry
education
for
pre-puberty.
all education pre-puberty, and then I think we should just give them a bit of a sabbatical. Maybe it's like not ages or anything, and we should be doing something proactive with our time. Maybe it's like, but I don't think it should be
Community-based things?
Yes, we should be volunteering. We should be helping out. We should be doing something slightly more vocational
Hey,
in
'cause
that time.
a great thing to combat stiffies, old people.
Oh God, you cannot be hard around your granny.
Yeah, when you're manually retrieving feces from an old person's arsehole, you're not going to get a boner.
This
And
is
if you are, you're a
brilliant.
weirdo.
Yeah. What a day to find that's what you're into. Okay, cool. So from education to 13, and then
Yeah.
3 or 4 years of community-based.
Let's do 3.
3
Let's
years.
do 3 years of community based.
Yeah.
So whether that's like litter picking, whether that is like helping out in old people's homes, whether it's community kitchens, whether it's like allotments, whether it's cat and dog shelters. Like, I want everyone to have a good understanding of what's happening in their community
Yeah.
and find out how they can help and do it. And then if they need to take some time off because they're getting intolerable stiffies, then they can just take the time off.
I was going to make a big point of like, oh, well, yeah, we've got an aging population. It's really important. And then you're talking about aging stiffies. So.
Yeah. But the thing is, it will cause a lot of resentment, though, in the older men in the old people's homes. To be like, oh, I'd love just one of them.
Just one.
Just
No,
one again.
I think you're so right. They're not going to have any stiffies.
You know what I would buy if I was a teenager?
Go on.
The opposite of Viagra. Something to take away your stiffy.
That's
You know,
for
that's
a
why-
different podcast. That's for if you were inventing.
Well, that's education sorted. So then 3 years of community service and then back into school.
Yeah, let's finish off when you come back with a bit of life experience and you know to treat people well and empathy and all the rest of it, and you've come through the sweatiest and the spottiest bits.
Yeah.
And then I just think let's finish off. You know,
We're not talking about stiffies anymore. Right? Okay, great.
we're going back into education, and then you do 2 more years, and maybe it's a bit more. How old are they coming back? They come back at 16.
2 or 3 years?
Yeah, let's say 2 or 3 years. You come back and you work out what you want to do with your life.
Yeah, okay.
Because I think we're putting too much pressure on people when they're in that like age where they're sort of like experiencing, like I say, hormones, spots, like fancying boys, fancying girls, whatever is happening. Like, there's a lot flying around in your head to be like, now is the time you must decide everything you want to do when you grow up. Like, I think that's unfair.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do that when they're slightly older. And I think we're going to have a chance of having young adults who actually know a bit about the world and know a bit about who they want to be.
People are into weird things, and now you're in the public eye anyway, but now you're Prime Minister, people will be assessing a lot about you.
Yeah.
You know, like what you're wearing. People are obsessed with what the Prime Minister wears. Your feet.
Really?
Well, you're on Wiki Feet, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I am on Wiki Feet, which I think is really weird because I haven't actually got nice feet.
Well, I mean, got a good rating, though, 4.8. Yeah.
That's quite good, isn't it? Yeah, but then I just think if you're into feet, you're fucking weird anyway. Like, no offence to anyone.
yeah.
I've actually got a slightly better rating on Wiki Feet than you.
Fuck off. Did you just go on and leave loads of reviews for yourself?
No!
You did.
No, he told me to do it. So.
Lauren's
my-
really into feet.
Go be my toe bitch.
4.89, so I'm only just above you.
No.
Yeah. People
Show us
love
your
the...
feet then.
Are we really doing
No, this is the OnlyFans bit, not this here.
Show me your feet.
Mine smell, though.
Oh my god. Mine have just...
Oh my God, they are not
They're
nice
not
at
nice.
all.
Mine have just been to the Arctic. So please...
Is that why they're so pale?
Yeah, I think that's actually my natural colour.
Really?
Yeah.
God, okay. Well, I mean, like, yeah,
It's
can you get
literally your colour, man.
Can you get it to your face?
Yeah. It's like two different races up in this bitch.
They're mine.
Let me see. No, you have blue fluff on your toe hair.
Yeah,
There's
because-
no way that's a 4.8.
Well, it was a good day. All right.
He was on holiday.
It was on Coach Trip. They took the photos
There
from.
you go.
Yeah. Got my
Coach
feet out.
trip. What a time.
Oh, Coach Trip.
Coach trip. What a time to be alive.
Oh dear. Yeah, the only Prime Minister to have done Coach Trip.
I've done every reality TV show going. There is literally...
You've not done Dancing on Ice.
No, I haven't, actually. But then that's because I have a real fear of razor blades on feet.
Yeah.
It's just... And I think that's rational.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, so we're going to go on to our next department now that we've seen your trots.
Which is?
Transport.
Oh, okay.
You can drive?
No, I can't.
Oh,
I can't drive.
I thought you could drive.
No. I did a driving show once on E4.
Called?
Celebrity Driving School. Loosely. And don't feel bad about watching it. No, did. And it...
Welcome to my career.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities. So out of about 16 celebs, I think, over the course of the series, I was the only one that they wouldn't let sit the driving test.
They wouldn't let you?
They wouldn't let me.
Why? Because like your blood alcohol content didn't dip below
No,
where it needed
that would
to
have
be.
been less embarrassing. They actually said that they described my driving style as highly unpredictable and very dangerous, and said I was a hazard to both myself and others.
Nice.
And I'll never forget that. It's like etched into my brain.
Highly unpredictable
Yeah.
and a hazard to yourself and others.
It's because like I've
Also
got
the
to
slogan
be.
for your premiership.
Yeah. I think that goes on your gravestone, surely.
You know, f- it.
Yeah.
Let's lean into
That's
it, lad.
so
Let's
funny.
lean into
They
it.
wouldn't even let you sit the test.
No, like the fella I'd been doing my lessons with was like a nervous wreck, and I think
Before or just after?
just with being with me, and I think I had him like terrified because I can concentrate on something I like. Like I've got no problem holding this conversation with you because it's lovely and we're having a nice time.
Thank you.
But if I in any way found you disinteresting, it would be very obvious. I think I'm probably got a bit of ADHD or something.
No, really?
Yeah. Shocking, I know. So because I wasn't interested in driving, like I would literally be driving 1 second and then like out the window the next, like looking at a squirrel.
Mate, I'm teaching Sam to drive at the moment.
I don't think couples do, and that's ever a good idea.
Well, we're still together.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, she's got her second test this week, and sometimes that's the problem. Is she's like, "Oh, that's a nice house." I'm like, "Look at the road, mate. Who gives a shit about the pink front door?"
But that's it. I do. I care about the pink front
My
door.
mum took her out one day, and
no.
and I was like, "Oh, what do you think?" And she goes, "She's not going to pass because she doesn't look at the road ever."
Is this because you have moved out of the country?
Yeah,
It's so hard. I'm the same. Like Max got sick yesterday, my little puppy, and Erkan was at the Chelsea match, and I had to get an emergency vet appointment and get an Uber pet. Have you ever had to get an Uber pet? And this fella turns up in a
isn't that just what you call? That's what you call an Uber in Newcastle, isn't it?
I live in Essex.
No, I know.
But it was an Uber pet.
Best joke I've ever done on this show. I'm so happy with that.
He turned up in like a tiny little Tesla. And I stood there with like my two horse dogs.
An Uber pet exec then.
It was just ridiculous. And he went, "They're not going to fit in here." And I was like, "I full know that, mate." But I was like, "You've got no right to call this an Uber pet." He was like, "It fits small pets in absolutely fine." I was like, "How many people you got carrying around budgies, you asshole?" So I stood there and like I nearly missed the vet. Luckily, one of my neighbours took us. But yeah, I felt really trapped in that moment. And in that moment, I thought, I wish I could.
Because you're not near you can't walk to a tube or anything,
You've
can you?
been like, I'm out the way, babe. So yeah, I think. Can we do something about that then?
What do you want to do about it then?
I don't know, because tubes are far and Ubers are annoying.
Okay, so we need buses. Have you heard of buses? Do you remember them from your days?
I do remember buses, but they don't go near me either. We need more Ubers, but like a government-ran version.
What about like little pods? You know, have you been to Heathrow? You know the business parking with the pods.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
What, like golf carts?
So why don't we have those
Yeah.
running everywhere? Little personal
Yeah.
pods that you
Yeah.
can just jump in.
It's giving Jetsons, and I love
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm Prime Minister from the future. Suck it, Rishi Sunak.
Yeah. See you later.
Have you ever met a prime minister?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I met who is the prince who's married to Sophie?
Andrew.
No. It's not him, surely. Edward. He looks a bit like Charles Butcher's Balder. Yeah, I met him. I did the Duke of Edinburgh, and I met him.
Is that? I didn't realise you got to meet him if you did the Duke of Edinburgh Awards.
Yeah, they sent him and her, and I made a Victoria sponge. She said it looked really nice.
That's nice.
Fucking store-bought.
Store-bought.
Store-bought. Fooled her though, didn't I, the mug?
Are you a royal fan?
Yeah.
You love the royals?
Really, yes.
Who's your favourite royal?
Prince William or Kate.
I once went to Buckingham Palace with the Queen's Young Enterprise thing, or what? I don't really remember what it was. Me and Whitmore went, and we got to meet William and Harry. And William came up, and obviously, they have a person whispering in their ear, telling them what they do. He goes, "Oh, this is Matt Richardson. He's a comedian." He goes, "Oh, comedian." He goes, "You doing theatres and things?" And I went, "No, I'm doing places like Lava Ignite in Nottingham." And he went, "Oh, I don't know what a Lava Ignite is." And I went, "Why don't you and I go, and I'll show you how grim they are." and he went, "Sounds like it'd be fun." Right? He was a really good laugh about it. And then someone from the palace was like, "You do not invite the princes out with you when they talk to you," and like bollocked me afterwards. I was only messing around with him.
Obviously, he didn't seem to care.
Also, you're a comedian.
But also, he was being nice, and I made a little stupid joke, and the guy was like, "No, that's not what you do." I was like, "Oh, all right, fine, fucking hell." Well, he never gets to go then. You've ruined his life, not mine.
Exactly. Who's lost out here?
Exactly.
You know?
Fuck you, the firm.
Yeah. Yeah, but it gave me a real no, you don't do that.
Do you remember, what was it? Who was it who got in trouble? Look, you're in good company because Marilyn Monroe got told off. She got told specifically she was not allowed to wear a low-cut dress when she met the Queen. What did she do? She got the ladies out.
Did she?
Yeah, she wore a total low-cut one. And the Queen even gave her, R.I.P., she even gave her like a little like sassy look, like you knew you shouldn't have done that and you did it anyway, but Queen vibes.
Right, so we're gonna have these little personal pods running around.
Love the personal pods. Do I get to drive the personal
No,
pod?
they just drive themselves because you're not allowed to drive.
It's the future, remember? Automated, whatever.
Like a person Roomba.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like a person Roomba, yes.
Brilliant. I'm in. I would love to be drunk in a person Roomba.
Well, that's the thing. It'd be nice if you could start the pre-drinks on the way.
Yeah, you so could. Little gin in a tin.
Yeah. You're not allowed to do that in a car. Can you drink while you're driving? Like, can you have an open alcoholic beverage while you're driving if you're still under the limit?
I think probably not, but I will double check it for you. But in the pods, because they'll be automated,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
but
an issue.
I'm just-
and you can pre-drink in
also-
them.
I'm
so-
asking for a friend.
What happens in the pod stays in the pod.
Hey.
There could be saucy little pods.
We're going to do pods, yeah. You can have little pods
I'm
running
into
around.
that. I'm so into it.
And get rid of cars, just have the pods.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all going electric anyway, aren't they? It's
Have
just,
you? Does Erkan drive?
Yeah, he has a big electric car.
An electric one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is the bane of my life.
Why?
Well, because we drive to Newcastle, like, not incredibly regularly, but often enough for it to be a fucking inconvenience. And, like, we can't get all the way there without an hour's charge. So what is quite an arduous 6-hour journey, mostly with two fucking giant horse Labradors in the back, turns into, like, a 7-8 hour journey. I know. You could be in Dubai. For what it takes me to get to Newcastle. Would the pods go really fast?
Yeah, I guess as fast as cars do.
Could they go faster?
Yeah, because they're automated. I guess so.
Could they be
Would you
really...
trust them to go faster, though?
Yeah.
Look, if we're
This could
talking
be
about
on your premiership, though.
if we're
You
now talking
introduce all
about-
these pods and there's the first accident, then that's,
Well, people are going to die. That's
if you're trying to get to Newcastle on something that goes about 150 miles an hour, have you heard of a train?
Yeah, but me dogs don't like a train, and other people are on trains. There's no one else in my pod.
No,
And
no,
if
it's
there's
just
like one other person that's stuck in your pod with you, the dogs, and Erkan, then that'd be shit for them, wouldn't it?
No, you have your own pod.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Like you don't own one, but you call them and they just
You
come.
can
Yeah.
reserve them. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we don't need anyone else in our pod.
Also, good news for you: it is not illegal to drink alcohol in a car.
I didn't say for me. I just was curious.
Yeah,
I think we read between the lines,
Yeah.
babes.
Fine. Whatever.
So, okay, back to the pods because I'm so excited. What about if they're sort of like, there's no way you can crash them?
Well, because they're automated.
Exactly.
You don't, yeah, so they won't crash.
They won't crash. Because you got me scared. I don't want to be the Prime Minister
No.
that kills everybody.
No,
It'd be so shit.
it would be not ideal.
I wouldn't be the worst, though.
Let's have a look at the Foreign Office. Now, you love a holiday.
I do. Vicky's vacays and all that.
Vicky's vacays.
Follow me.
Yeah.
I just shamelessly plugged
You can.
myself.
That's what this is for. You
Did
plug
I
away.
do- I'm ill at myself.
Vicky's vacays.
Yeah.
So what would you do with your foreign policy? Obviously, you need lots of relationships
Well,
with
I'm
people.
fuming about the EU.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, why do we have to be in a different queue? And there's talk of we needing like a visa just to get in Magaluf. I'm sorry. F*** off.
Fingerprints as well is coming, I think, isn't it? Is that right, Lorin?
Biometric passports.
Excuse me.
No, like
Big
you have
brother.
to give your prints and stuff when you go to certain European countries. It's going to take hours.
No, it's just such bullshit. And like, I just feel like Spain and France and like all those all those countries that think we're like yobbish arseholes anyway are just loving this. And they're making so much of it. And like, there's no one in the other queue. Can I just go in it? And they're like, no,
Yeah, of course not.
of course not. And I think, I don't know if you would have been such a stickler for the rules if like this was benefiting you. So yeah, I think let's get rid of the EU. That looked pretty, it all shit.
Get rid of it. So there's no EU.
No, just like we're just one country. We're just one
Rather-
giant world.
Oh, so there's no countries anymore.
No, we can have countries, but don't like separate them off. That's weird. It's like cliques at school.
Oh, what you mean in the passport queues?
The EU is the mean girls of the world, and I hate it.
So sadly, you are actually right. So non-EU, including British travellers heading to the EU for the first time, will have their fingerprints checked and their faces scanned the first time they enter.
Hello, George Orwell, Big Brother, 1984.
Apart from Cyprus and
Davina
Ireland,
McCall,
apparently.
not George Orwell, mate. Come on.
Okay, so let's fuck off the EU.
Let's off the. So everyone's leaving the EU. There's no more E EU.
Stupid, Matt. It was just stupid. It just gives us Mean Girls vibes.
What? Because they're being horrible to us.
Yeah, they are being so horrible. And do you know who I think is the Regina George?
Go on.
Germany. And Gretchen Wieners is France.
Yeah. Yes.
Stop trying to make fetch happen, France.
Yeah. So we're gonna just sack off the EU.
Yeah, and everyone can just travel normally. What's
Prime Minister, we're just not going to do anything with the EU.
no like let's just make the EU not be a thing. So I know that there's
That might be beyond your powers as the British Prime Minister.
why?
We could invade them.
Was that the nuclear button you were trying to press?
No, I don't want to do any war. I really think I'm really against that. I get so upset about everything that's happening in the world.
Do you?
Yeah, I sit and have shower cries about it.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm really sensitive. So no war, please. But
Sure.
I just feel like if we took away all of like, the sassy EU, or you can go in that queue and you can't go in that one, and you must have a fingerprint and everything, everyone would just get on a lot better.
I suppose, look, maybe people would be better on holiday if they weren't annoyed about the queuing.
Yeah.
So then people go, the Brits are all right, actually, because they're in a good mood.
Yeah. Does anybody leave here really sad that they actually aren't Prime Minister? Because it's shaping up.
You might be the first.
I'm really sad I'm not Prime Minister. I think I do an okay job. Do you like all of my policies?
Yeah, I think you've got some good policies.
I actually think they're pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, some of these are quite sensible, actually. I've got to be fair. It's not what I thought you'd do.
No, what did you think I'd do?
Well, I just thought, I don't really know what I thought you'd do.
Yeah. I think I started off strong with the free tampons, like.
Free tampon, look, you've done a really good thing that should happen in the real world. And then you've done, obviously Martin Lewis is in the cabinet.
Yeah, he's great.
Pete Wicks is in the cabinet. Personal size pods on the road.
Yeah.
And then obviously we have a stiffy break from school.
I can see where I started to feel the beer. I can just,
Stiffies.
it was around Stiffies.
Yeah, I think it probably was around Stiffies. Which is ironic because the beer is what makes me not feel Stiffies.
Yeah, well, everyone's different, Matt.
Look, I think these are good policies that we can be getting on with.
Me too.
Prime Minister, thank you very much. Now, you have a podcast.
I do.
You've got loads of podcasts.
Yeah, I've got a one out with the BBC at the moment called Love Bombed. 2 series there. It's sort of true crime vibes. That would be really nice. I think people who listen to this might like that. I don't know if people who listen to this would like mine, but it's called The Secret 2 if you fancy it. I am as funny as I have been today.
And next week, people can see you on Comic Relief going to the Arctic.
They certainly can. Myself, Laura Whitmore, Alex Scott and Sarah Davies trekking 50k throughout the Arctic Circle in aid of raising money for Comic Relief.
Amazing. Prime Minister, thank you very much.
Thank you.